Welcome back, guys. It's Tips and Skills here. In today's video, we'll be teaching you how to draw a side view. If you haven't checked out last video, it'll be right here and down in the description. Today, I'll be breaking down this reference using, drumroll please, the Loomis Method. This method basically shows us that the head isn't just a perfect circle, but the side of the head is cut off to make the flatter part of the head called the temple. This small circle should be about half the size of the big circle. Next, you want to draw your vertical line and your horizontal line within both circles. You want to draw another horizontal line to shape out where the eyes will be, and continue the horizontal line through the small circle as well. You want to draw a curved line coming down your circle. This indicates the center of your face. Okay, next you need to understand that the further eye will most likely be smaller than the other eye, so you gotta add that part. Start off with a diagonal line and another line coming down just about halfway. To simplify the nose and make it simple, we're gonna use 3D shapes like a rectangular prism. Use somewhat of a square shape to shape out the nostrils. Now from the straight line, connect it to the nostril, and once you do that, from the other corner of the nostril, you're gonna wanna do the same thing. And then connect both of the lines, shaping out that 3D shape. Well, in the meantime, what other tutorial do you guys think I should make? And leave that thought down in the comments below. Now, back to the video, you can see the clear shape of the nose. Now we're going to form the eyes by connecting the nose to the top of the line, forming somewhat of an eyebrow. Now draw a small diagonal line connecting to the edge of the small circle. Now connect the top and bottom with some curved lines, and you can start to see the shape of the eye. Now we finally finished our left eye, but now we got to do our right eye, which will be much smaller than the left eye and will show up less from this angle. So you want to form somewhat of an eyebrow by curving the top, making it look like an eye socket. Notice how I made the right eye about half the size of the left eye. That should be your optimal size. Now make a darker outline of the forehead. Now between that little space from the eye to the nose, that's where we will do our little cheek. You want to emphasize it by giving it a little curve. Now between the two eyes, just connect this diamond looking shape, and from each corner of the diamond, you want to draw lines going upwards just to emphasize the forehead more. And make sure they're kind of curving upwards with the skull to make your face look more 3D and less flat. Now just about from the tip of the nose, you want to draw a curved line going downwards towards the bottom of your line, forming your chin. For the chin, it won't be anything complicated, just connect it to the center of your small circle. We don't want to connect our jawline to the end of our circle because the skull has a rear end that we want to emphasize, so do this instead. This will make your character look more human and have a less of a large jawline. Next, we want to draw the lips, which will be just under the nose. You want to simply just shape out the mouth, which is usually sticking out from this angle. The best way to draw the lips is to use bumpy lines to separate the bottom lip and the top lip. When you're drawing the lips, you want to make sure you're using curved lines and not straight lines to make it look more human. Now we're going to be drawing the cheekbone, which I think is really important. You want to draw it at the edge of the small circle, somewhat just under the eye, connecting all the way down to the bottom chin, just like this. And make sure your line is a bit curved. And lastly, the ear would mainly go in the left quadrant of the small circle, connecting to the jawline. Now we are basically done, and you are fully capable of drawing a 3/4 angle by your own using the Loomis method. For an extra tip, the neck would mainly start from the bottom of the cheekbone. From the end of the jawline, you want to draw another line almost connecting to the other line. This is a representation of your neck muscles. And lastly, connect these last two lines, fully completing the neck. One from the right side and one coming down from the ear. Now we are fully done. Let's review some concepts. Here's a better 3/4 view that I've drawn before, and you can apply last video's concept of the 33 ratio. As you can see, if you separate the face into 3 using your guidelines, they will end up being equal, creating that 33 ratio. That is it for today, guys. And if you made it this far into the video, I just wanted to say that I love you guys. Tips and Skills, out.